Yo, man, it's the Lord's at work.
So we all know that in September.
Fuck your elders. Yeah, you heard me. Damn, that motherfucking crackhead got me for my life. I think I still got something. Yeah, I do. So anyway, I was outside. Motherfucker asked me for a lighter. Forgot to give it back. But anyway, fuck your elders. So, man, there's a lot going on right now, right? If you into this whole situation, you see Taj Tariq. No, my bad. Tariq Nasheed fans that's on the Aboriginal side, they kind of flabbergasted. Your man, Bro Sanchez was playing a video about him the other day, and he's like, yo, this dude is talking about foundational African, Black Americans, but he's like, y'all still African. And then everybody like, well, wait a minute, we didn't know that's how he felt. And I'm saying to myself, I'm like, nigga, didn't he make books about pimping, our women? And somebody had the nerve to play it all like, oh no, it was a parody. How are you a knowledgeable person, hidden colors, all this shit, and you making jokes, books, writing this shit down about pimping our women? How'd that work? But, yo, I say, yo. What the fuck is this? We're going to talk about a few things in this video, Mike. I said we're going to talk about some things in this video. This video is very interesting. So, and I'm pretty sure everybody know who Willie D is. And this is another reason you should know he's a dirtbag. Because if you notice, right after Shannon did his interview with Cat Williams, here comes Willie D with his, but he said his is older. All right, cool. Like, share, subscribe. I still think that was a bozo move. He could have at least waited like a couple weeks or something, but he went while the momentum was hot. So he out here talking shit about Donald Trump. But Willie D claims to not be Republican or Democrat. So I'm saying that because I want y'all to know something. It's election time. And what y'all got to realize is rappers work for the system. See, hip-hop ain't nothing but the verbal version of Hollywood. It's the same thing. It's a bunch of actors on a script. That's why they can only talk about certain things, right? That's what they say. Oh, they're not going to allow them to talk about certain things. Okay, well, they don't allow actors to do certain things. They're not allowed to come out with their truth neither. Why? Because it's the same fucking group. It's the same J-heads. So, you got people like Plies talking about, what did he say? Oh, yeah, he's talking about the caucus and saying, well, why don't, Trump feel that the caucus was stolen? Dumb nigger shit. Don't make any fucking sense. Has nothing to do with what the fuck we're doing at all. And if he's really with us, he shouldn't be saying that, period. But this is why it's fuck your ancestors, Mike. I mean, elders, Mike. Fuck y'all elders, Mike. They some bozos, Mike. Put this phone on the chargers, motherfucker. I am. Hold on. Come on, baby. There we go. All right. So this is the actual trip list. This is the actual what happened. They say from 1514 to 1866. The transatlantic slave trade uprooted millions. The numbers of enslaved Africans arriving on the American continent from 1514 to 1866. Now look at the numbers. You got 7,600 going to Europe. You got 92,000 going to Argentina. You got 3,169,000 going to Brazil. You got 356,000 going to Ghanaians. Other Caribbean, 2,760,000. Jamaica, 935,000. Cuba, 765,000. Okay. Now let's talk about y'all. Y'all need to share this shit, man. Like, you know what? Hold up. I'll do you one. I'll share the motherfucker. I ain't got time. I can always put that back on. I ain't got time. Y'all bugging. Y'all bugging the fuck out. This is the business right here. This is the business. Okay, hold up. One more. All right. I can get back to my motherfucking jammy jams. And actually, hold on. Jams. Damn, they gonna. All right, fuck it. Where are we at? Hold on, trust me, it gets better. It gets better. Oh yeah, it does get better. So, fuck your ancestors. So, I'm just playing, y'all. Just playing. I'm feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's ancestors. Actually, I ain't got no problem with nobody's ancestors. I'm just joking. But fuck your elders, though. You know, boule, witchcraft, buster ass. Yeah, just fuck the niggas. So, it makes perfect sense why Dr. Ben, John Henry Clark, Marcus Garvey, the NOIs, the Moors, the list goes on. It makes perfect sense why they never talked about this information. And why come on, man. I got this off a white guy page, Drone Tech, and he was shocked. He was like, damn, I didn't even know that most of the slaves went to South America. He's like, bro, there wasn't even that many slaves up here. But I'm like, that don't get you off the hook, but you're right. There isn't. But here's where you're fucking up. Here's where white people fuck up. So it say 307,000 came to the corporation we know as United States of America. All right, but here's where it gets fishy. 307,000. All right, check this out. In the 17th and 18th centuries, more than 300,000 white people were shipped to America as slaves. Hold up. Yurks were swept up from London streets to labor in the tobacco fields. Now you see why they was raping black women. They couldn't make offspring with their slaves, brother. Yurks, they ain't got no fucking phallus. And the female maids that came here, there was like large rapes going on to where they weren't safe. The what they call them, servants, royal servitude or indigent servants, stuff like that. They were getting raped. The women was getting raped. So they was having big problems. So now you realize why black women was getting raped. It wasn't because the white dude, some sick motherfucker like that. Of course, he got his own little issues. But nah, the real reason was because the European slaves that they brought over that were males, they were Yurks. They were all castrated. Hence why they was castrating brothers. Now you get where they get that science from. They got it from when they picked up the eunuchs. And they realized these motherfuckers ain't got no dick. So they looked at it like a form of torture. Slaves don't need no dick. Say you can kill them. You cut their penis off, whatever. So anyway, they were working in the tobacco fields where life expectancy was no more than 2 years. Brothels were rated to provide breathers for Virginia. So the white dude snatched up 300,000 white people as slaves and shipped them over here to America. But here's the thing. That was in the 1700s and 1800s. All the dudes was castrated, and all the women they brought from the brothels. So they brought a bunch of hoes and dudes with no dicks. That's the facts. Now, I can hear people already, they're going to argue the date, because they're going to be like, well, this is from 1514 to 1866. How can you say that, you know what I'm saying, the 300,000 in America are all these white people when, you know, you got Jamestown and stuff like that? I say because there's Indians here. That's what it is. What you're calling Negroes and slaves are Indians. They've already admitted that the white people that came to Massachusetts enslaved those Indians. So when people are like, oh, Indians ain't never been enslaved. No, you're full of shit. They have, motherfucker. And that's where you come into play. People will be like, well, the numbers are right. 307,000, 300,000. So it's like, how many African slaves did they bring to North America? Was it just 7,000? Makes sense. And I'm going to prove to you how I know this is true. Because y'all don't know any African stuff. No black people in USA, the corporation, knew any of that shit. We didn't know any of that. Ashango, Unshun, Ungun, Shaka. We didn't know nothing about that shit till we met these Caribbean niggas. They're the ones who have it. Still to this day, you can meet Cubans and Puerto Ricans. They'll talk about Unshun and Ungun, and they'll have the statues and stuff like that. Okay, bro. So what is that telling me? That's telling me all that African shit comes from the Caribbean, because niggas up here didn't know nothing about that. Y'all didn't know nothing about that till roots. And until y'all met these niggas, you know, when they came up. So now you know where you get all those superstitious stuff in the South with all them chicken bones and all that bullshit, because that's where they brought them from. They brought them from the South. So when you talk about these boats in Carolina, they couldn't have came from Africa. They had to come from down below. How do I know? Because the boats originally came from the Arctic Circle. So they rode that bitch all the way down. How do we know? Because the first people to get hit is some Brazilians. The Brazilian Indians are the first ones to the Portuguese meet up with. Okay, that's 1514. So we know where they start in the South. It's all the way in South. In South America, they start way down there. So it's like, it makes more sense for them to bring some Africans that they already have over here a little bit farther up. But hold up, here's the issue. The issue is that white cargo that these Pan-Africans don't want to talk about. They say it's not true, but hold up. There's 307,000 that came up to the corporation. That's all that came up here, was 307,000. Okay, I say the 7,000s were African. The other 300,000 was this white cargo in the 1700s and 1800s. More than 300,000 people were shipped to America as slaves. Okay, who are they talking about? You ain't never heard no fucking white slaves in South America. You ain't never heard them say no shit like that. You never even heard no stories like that. And the only reason that the South American is pale is because of the conquistador rape. We know that they don't speak no English down there. So, how did Britain bring over these 300,000? Through the Arctic Circle. That's that Santa Claus video I was telling you about. The riddle to why Santa is able to travel the whole world in one night is because he's in the Arctic Circle. He's in the North Pole. So to the left is Canada. To the right is Russia. And beneath him is Europe. He can go everywhere on Earth. It's a play. It's some old Mason shit. We all know Santa Claus is not real. So who made this nigga up? Some Masons. This is some old secret society shit. They're pointing out what saying their little hidden dude is. And you notice he in the red and white. Hold up. I thought that's the Moorish flag. Don't he wear the hat with the little thing on it? Didn't they say the Moor hat with the same thing that the graduation cap got? They say the Moor hat, the graduation cap, and something else all represent pretty much the same thing. It's just different degrees of learning, but it's like, nah, they pretty much all saying the same shit. So now you kind of get my whole Muslim connection with the whole original Klan outfits and why no Muslims got into beef in the 50s. This don't make no sense. They whooping Martin Luther King ass. They sicking dogs on the kids. They fucking pulling hoses out all on these Christians. They ain't doing nothing to no Muslims. Why? Why were they able to sit down and have a meeting with him? Wasn't no Klan member having no meeting with no black preachers. But for some reason, they willing to sit down with Elijah Muhammad, somebody who's calling y'all a devil. Why would it be so just like the police and the gangbangers? You know what I'm saying? Gangbangers are Masons, and so are the police. They're part of a fraternal order. All of them take a fucking oath. You know what I'm saying? Why do they always beef? But if you're locked up, you know that certain, you know, like you got the keys, you get certain privileges. They be cool with the death. Some of these deaths be, you know, bringing in cell phones. Some of these deaths be bringing in dope. It's like, wait a minute. Why does it work that way? Why is there Democrats and Republicans that fuck the same hoes and go to the same bars and hit the same brothels up and all that? Like, why is that? Because it's a connection. You know what I'm saying? It's a connection. I mean, to be honest, you already know that some. I mean, we can go back to the chart. It's like they said 935,000 came to Jamaica. That doesn't mean that whole island was empty. That's I don't believe that. I believe there was people there, of course. You know what I'm saying? Because Jamaica is not an African name, and it's not a Spanish name either. That's an American name. You know what I'm saying? That was already there. That name was already there. This shit is bugged out. This shit is bugged out because actually, I even go even deeper on your ass because remember the white cargo that's coming from Britain. Maybe because I've heard this story before too. I've heard about these black Europeans. They talking about Moors, and I believe it is true because it's like, why would the Shriners be here? Why would you have stuff like this? Shit, hold up, I got it too. Why would you have stuff like this in America? Why would it be allowed? In 1754 to 1770, they still bringing slaves in this motherfucker. Hold up, there's still slavery going on. Why would they allow these Moors to walk around? So when they talk about these black Europeans and people don't get the gist of what took place here, nobody had been over here. The Moors dropped the dime, they snitched. You know what I'm saying? They fell in the east. So it's 1492. Okay, for some reason, this is where Christopher Columbus popped in. So who told this nigga about over here? Because nobody knew about over here. He has to ask Queen Isabella for permission to go on this journey, talking about this new world. I'm discovering new. So now you get it. Now it makes sense how this weirdo nigga out of nowhere, he's never explored like that. Now he becomes the greatest explorer of all time. No, nigga, it's a cop-out. There's a more guiding him. Because he's lost. He thinks he's in India. This is the story they tell us. Oh, he thought he was in India. Nigga, there is no India. It's Hindustan. And it wouldn't make any sense for him to go the way that y'all went right through the Mediterranean. So this is stupid. So, who took this nigga to a secret land that nobody on earth knew? The Moor. He snitched. He thought he was going to get power over here, which he did, because now there's the Shriners Hospital, there's the Masons, and a Mason in great standings is a Shriner, and you got these niggas with the fezzes on, and the white dude just allows them to be around here. They don't win no court cases like that. They never win no court cases like that, but it's like they allow them to come over here or out here and talk this more shit, and people really don't buy it, but they allow them to do it. Meanwhile, in the background, you can clearly see the sick shit that's taking place. Look at all that angel dust space talk. Look what it did. Y'all done got more kids molested than ever before. That's all y'all did with that space talk. Pedo Polite, Pedo Rashad Jamal, Pedo Dr. York. Shit, we can keep going. There's a gang of these motherfuckers. Shit, how did we get introduced to Hassan Campbell? Through Sinetta. Ain't that a bitch? Like, this nigga try to separate himself from everybody. I'm not involved in that. Nigga, you introduced us to all these fucking pedos. Nature Boy, too. Nigga, Nature Boy, Crackhead Pharaoh, all these motherfuckers, nigga, came through the house of consciousness, homie. Like, wait a minute. I didn't know what was going on. I'm just here for the money. Yeah, you want to be Don King, huh? But you acting like you a blind Don King. Nah, you knew this shit, nigga. We should have knew you was a pimp when you was showing off the motherfucking gators, nigga. Showing off gators and fur coats and shit. Talking about black power, free my people. Nigga, you don't look revolutionary to me. Maybe it's just a front. Maybe it's just an act, a show, and it do make sense. But back to the point, though. You can see why they rocking in 1754 to 1770. But wait a minute. How the fuck y'all rocking that fucking long? And we got in the 1800s, white people being shipped over to America. You got white people as slaves shipped over to America to work in the cotton fields. The tobacco fields. In the 1700s and the 1800s. But in 1754 to 1770, there was a school, a Moorish charity school for Indian education. That's weird. That's weird because I thought Indian was a misnomer. So what are they talking about? See, this is how you know niggas be fucking up. This is how you know when niggas be fucking up. They're going to tell you Indian is a misnomer, but they don't know back in the 1700s, the Moors got a charity school for Indian education. So who indoctrinated us with this dumb fucking black shit that we got today? The Civil War Tooth and all that. Who hit us in the head then? Don't say it was the white boy because it seemed like your monkey ass hit us first when you made us call ourselves some Africans, some Moors, and this is West Africa and Morocco and all this dumb shit. And then y'all be like, Barack Obama acknowledged, wait a minute, why would that coon ass nigga say something? That's funny. Nobody else said nothing. Clarence Thomas didn't say nothing. Damn, what was my brother's name? The black general too. For he was with George Bush Jr. He was a Gito, but he never took a debriefing. He never said nothing. Why would it be him? Because he down with that shit. Always remember the comedian at the roast put the name out. He's like, Barry, you my nigga, Barry, you my nigga. So he told us the truth. We all know who Barry Santoros is. He never was Barack in his life. He never went to school as Barack. He was Barry. Now, I'm saying that for a reason. He part of the corporation. They put that nigga there. Anybody was scared at the inauguration, like Blackish, the show. Oh, we thought that was shut the fuck up. Wasn't nobody gonna shoot him? That's their boy. That's they coon. They put him out there. He is a Moor. Barack is a Moor. Barack Hussein Obama. He a Muslim. Why did the Klan ever come at him? That's weird. Don't you think that's funny? You ain't never seen nothing. Not once. They did drawings and bogus shit like that. They never stood out there and dogged out the president at all. Everybody let him slide with everything he did. Fuck your elders, man. They lied. They went to these fraternities and they dirtbags. Nobody was talking about the Indian thing and black power because that's the secret. The secret is these Negroes are supposed to think that they're African because we're calling them Negroes, which means black. But that's Spanish. Nobody over here speaks Spanish until the Portuguese show up. They call the first people they meet in Brazil, the Brazilian Indians, they call them Negro del Terra. They call them that. They bring some Negro del Guineas. So they differentiated. They knew there was a difference. They knew they weren't the same people. With this word, Negro gets entwined when white supremacy starts with Negroid, Caucasoid, Mongoloid, and he starts creating words, and then that's where you throw it in there. But it's like Negro is not an English word. So why would the sign say Negroes for sale? Why would that make any sense? Who's he selling these motherfuckers to? Obviously, people that know that language. So why is that language already known over here? Why is there already somebody that we can call a Negro? We're using the Spanish language. The white guy is not Portuguese. He's not a Spaniard. He's not a conquistador. So how does he know this language? There's no Spaniards on the east. The white guy comes to Plymouth Rock. There's no Spaniards on the east. None. Yeah, we was tough on the east. We didn't play that shit. but look, what I'm saying is, None. He come over there. He don't even deal with the West yet. The West frontier, that hasn't even happened yet. Remember, the slavery's still going on. He got niggas for sale. Negroes for sale. Something's not adding up here. Something's not adding up here. Just like the 171 black slave masters in South Carolina. That doesn't make any sense, bro. They're bringing in white slaves in the 1800s, in the 1700s. So why in the 1800s is there black slave owners in South Carolina, in the antebellum South? Why is that? I said the Carolinas. That's considered the South. That's Bible Belt. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know about the 13 colonies and all that. That's the South. So I didn't even say North Carolina. I said South Carolina. There's a bunch of black men owning slaves. They burnt us. They lynched us. Maybe they did that for show. Maybe they did. Maybe they did kill some, betrayers of their own. See, we don't even know these people that they killed. You know what I'm saying? When they show these pictures of black people being hung and stuff, you don't even know who these is. Like, real talk, we don't know who these is. They might not even be us. These might be some of these suckers that was rolling with them. And maybe they betrayed them and found out who we really was and tried to ride with us and then got caught up in the game. You don't know. Every story could be, fraudulent. You know what I'm saying? Not saying all of them, but I'm saying some of these stories could be a little extra. I seen a picture of a black dude about to get hung and a bunch of white dudes around. And it's like, it just don't seem real. It seems bogus. And then you can see some dudes in the back window. You can't see their face, but you can see like the glare of their eyes and shit. And I'm like, what kind of weird shit is this? It's that Martin Luther King shit with the two Jesse Jackson green shirts and shit, or sweaters. It's like, bruh, something's not right. Something's not right. They used to make postcards and all types of stuff. And it's like, so who were they trying to scare? The Indian that didn't have the Ethernet, that didn't have all this information. Because that's the only way that shit could work. Because once you start to really look at it, it's like, nigga, who are we listening to? See Dr. Ben with the fucking with the Mason hat on. It's like, for real, bro. For real, this is who we listening to. Oh, that's how we get free. Dog, Marcus Garvey was scamming niggas back in the 30s. Back in the 30s, he getting money off the Klan. He retired in London. He not even around no niggas. He talked all this African stuff and kept going to London more than he ever went to Africa. And that's a fact. That's a fact. So, fuck your elders, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can keep these niggas in y'all head if y'all want, but at the end of the day, what did it do for us? Nothing. They gave us a couple magic tricks, a couple, poofs that really didn't poof, and it just ended up being a whole, like I said, child molesting thing. Like, that's what I see. Everybody gloating in their debates, talking shit. It's like, where's the brotherly love at? I thought we trying to get free. I thought we trying to build with each other. Y'all niggas arguing. Y'all niggas arguing, trying to outdo each other like this the club or something. Like we playing the dozens. We playing the dozens with freedom? We playing the dozens with freedom. Maybe some of y'all was slaves. Because y'all forgot about telling jokes about the slave master mama and start talking about your own fucking mamas. This shit don't make no fucking sense. Like, what? The whole mama joke was about the slave master. It had nothing to do with us. So that's why I hate hip hop. The older I get, the more I realize it's backwards. Rap has always been here. Rap has always been here. Brothers been rapping since shit, the 1700s, trying to get an extra plate off master. It's like we've always been sly with the tongue, you know what I'm saying? But Sir George, if you go outside right now, you might freeze, sir. You should go up in there and shit, go sneak the extra hen out the fucking hen house. I should do it. It's like we've always had game. That's all I'm saying. We've always had game. It is what it is. So rapping, shoot, you do that when you see a fine woman. You know what I'm saying? When you trying to get in the club, for a discount. When you trying to get, your twos and fews off. It's like you always gonna have your little extras in there. That's where rap come from. This hip hop shit, bro, that's strictly from the government. Think about it. Let's break down these elements. First element, graffiti. Let's talk about that. Why would they promote you vandalizing all the fucking neighborhood? Think about it. What was they doing? Going into the train station, sneaking in there and painting the subway carts. Now think about it. What kind of fucking sense does that make? Who wants you to do this shit? Carl, put a flower. Carl, like, bro, who the fuck told you to do this shit? Oh, it's beautiful though. It's art, nigga. It's called a canvas, nigga. Shit, you learned that shit from fucking Bob Ross, motherfucker. All right. Playing a little cloud here. And the ocean, nice breeze. Bruh, that's where you fucking supposed to be painting, motherfucker. Then you could put it in a museum as you get paid. Nah, you over here running from the cops, trying to spray up somebody fucking side of a fucking convenience store. Like, bruh, what the fuck? So they made us vandalists. They made us appreciate vandalism. You know what I'm saying? And vandals is actually an old tribe of white people. You know what I'm saying? The Vandals. You know what I'm saying? The Franks and all that. But I just want you to see the symbology in that. They turned you into a vandalist. You do vandalism. You know what I'm saying? You're destroying stuff. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's the first strike. What's the other one? Breakdancing, right? Now, I ain't gonna lie, nothing wrong with dancing. That's cool. Breakdancing is cool. But here's the issue for me. Breakdancing wasn't done just to express and chill. People started doing that shit that we saw in Fame, where niggas start going downtown Manhattan and start breakdancing in front of white people to get money. Money's cool. The problem with that is that's some Bojangle shit. And that's why a lot of fucking older black women back in the day didn't want their kids doing that. Like, don't be going down there, out there fucking breakdancing and shit. You want to do that, you do that shit in the house or in the backyard. Don't be going out there in front of people like, you look like a panhandle. You know what I'm saying? It's talent, yeah. You know, you doing it, you earning your dollar, but it's like, you out here spinning on your head on concrete with just a piece of cardboard. You know how white people looking at that shit? Hell yeah, they pay you. The white dude like, yeah. Hope he breaks his goddamn neck. Yeah, keep spinning, nigga. Yeah, you on your fucking head and shit. It's like, they looking at it like a spectacle. So, people say what they want, but it's not like y'all took it to the dance off. You got fucking Asians and Latinos that did more with the fucking break dancing than black people. It's like, shit, they got dance offs more than y'all. And the Asians and Latinos, I ain't gonna lie, they be holding it down. They be getting it in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, now, on that tip, you know, it's cool, whatever. But I'm talking about the whole bummy part of it, the conception of it. It was kind of like, niggas wasn't doing it for the art. They was doing it to get paid. And it's like, bro, that's not, you look like a spectacle. You in the middle of the fucking downtown fucking New York, breakdancing, spinning on your fucking head on a fucking piece of cardboard. Like, it was just some monkey shit. What's that other element? DJing. All right. Now, ain't nothing wrong with DJing. I like DJing. I like rhythms. I like the beats. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the luck. Y'all know me. But how was they doing that? These niggas would literally be in the middle of the park, stealing electricity out of somebody's fucking unit. These motherfuckers is stealing electricity. They'll break open the damn street light. You know what I'm saying? Do some methamphetamine Breaking Bad technique. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Playing this shit all in the middle of the street. Party people and play the people. Okay, so now we stealing fucking electricity. So we're doing a crime again. More crime. You know what I'm saying? If you notice, they're going to keep this crime element around this shit like we're not starting to peep it. Like, hold up. Y'all keep wanting me to get in trouble. Nah, but you know, people in the ghetto, they ain't got nothing to do. And it's like, well, wait a minute. Maybe we would have started analyzing why we even in the ghetto to begin with. Because it's funny, just a decade ago, we was in suits and ties getting hosed down by the police. That's so weird. It's like when you see them civil rights people, they ain't got no sagging pants. They're not out there looking like bums and hoodlums and got do-rags on and bandanas on their head. They ain't doing nothing like that. So how in a one fucking decade, how does a flip like that happen? Where like now all of a sudden there's prostitutes, there's drugs everywhere, there's gangs sparking up. It's like, bro, wait a minute, nigga, just 5 years ago. Nigga, just 5 years ago. Like, think about it. People will tell you it was like 63, 64, when the clubs started popping up. People started having these little clubs, and then it became the gangs and all that. So y'all just got the civil rights bill don't get passed till 64. And I didn't mean 60. I mean like in the 60s the clubs started happening. Like, no, better yet, I am right. 65. So right after 64, right after this bill was signed, you know, the burning building, right after this shit is signed, here comes these little clubs. Now the clubs turn into gangs. Then the gangs have to, you know, finance themselves. So they start robbing and selling drugs. Okay. Then this big crime spree breaks out in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? Anybody know about, you know, American history? You know that a big crime surge broke out in the 70s, just all over the states. It just, I don't know, people just start bugging out. But this is all programming because the heroin came in with Nixon in there. And remember, who's the one that goes to a vacation with Nixon? Martin Luther King. They shaking hands and shit. Everything's cool. That's that picture that people see with Martin Luther King with the white shorty and the Hawaiian shorty. And he got the little luau joint, the things on his neck, the little flowers and shit. That was probably where he was at. He probably was with Nixon that day. So he probably had a good old time. But what I'm saying is Nixon brought in the dope. And if you notice, when he brought in the dope, he took off the gold standard of the bill. Why did he do that? Because he was about to flood in this motherfucker with ridiculous dope that he didn't want nobody else to be able to seize on the gold. You know what I'm saying? They already thinking ahead. You know what I'm saying? They already buying gold. They already selling gold. They don't want you to have access to the mind state of gold being the value of the dollar anymore. So the whole thing got fucked up. But whatever, that ain't got nothing to do with this. The point is this. The elders did teach a little bit about the crime spree and the corruption of the government. They did do that. But what they did not share with us is the possibility that 90% or at least 50, let's say it like that, I'll be fair, at least 55% of the American Negroes they're not from Africa. They never was. And the flip could have honestly been these European slaves. It could have, because all the slave papers are all European names. Y'all will never be able to make that shit make sense to me. How do all these slave papers got European names? There's no places on this motherfucker like where in Africa he took these people from. He know they're all from different tribes. He knows that they all do different work. Some you're gonna have building shit. Some you're gonna have cropping shit. Because every slave wasn't in the cotton field. Some slaves was already architecting. They was building fucking sheds and shit. Like, how do you think that is? He had to know all these different tribes. So why aren't these tribes on this list? It's just a bunch of European names. And then when people see the name Africa on it and they think something major from that, it's like, no, there's always been white Africans. Always. Ever since that name came out. Because it's Afrikaners. Nobody is talking about Africa and all that other, man, shut up. Nobody's ever talking about that. Y'all talking about the Africa that y'all know. Because if you go to that continent, them people don't call themselves no fucking Africans. Even if you're on the continent, they don't call themselves no Africans. They know who they are. The Watusi, the Hutu, they know who they is, man. They not with that weirdo shit. Then I got another video from the Angry Man where he has a dude go to Africa and he says he's so excited to meet his people. He, you know, he's saying he got the hotel room, but he just put his stuff down. He's like, yo, I'm about to go out and see my people. He said he met an African, and that motherfucker called him a colored boy. Excuse me. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You're supposed to be from Africa. But you go to Africa, and the African calls you a colored boy. Oh, you a colored boy. What the fuck? I got a lighter somewhere. But calls you a colored boy. Alright, calls you a colored boy, right? So, when it comes to the word colored, who are we referring to? I thought we was talking about the African. Nah, the African calling you a colored boy. So, if I'm a colored boy and the water fountain says colored only, and on the papers they turn the Indian into a mulatto and then mulatto into a colored, but you've never seen any of these casino Wild Bill Circus Indians at the colored water fountain. You've never seen that. You've never in your life seen a picture of a what you guys call a Native American taking a drink out of a colored water fountain. But you have seen this Negro do it, who is also known as the colored. You know that. You know they're the colored. You know that. So, if he called him a colored boy in Africa, separating him from him, letting him know you are not an African, you are a colored boy. That seals the deal. That seals it. You are Indians, and they know you are. And that's why they come over here and do international business with the white guy and get international deals and have all this money. That's why these what they say, the Nigerians are the most successful Africans in America. That's why. Who do you think was involved with that trade? You think the kings and the rulers of the West still ain't doing business? What's wrong with you? You believe that 35 cent a day shit? It's just like the homeless people here. You really believe they can't feed all these motherfuckers? They letting in immigrants back and forth. They at the homeless shelter feeding them unfinished fucking cheese sandwiches, grilled cheese sandwiches and shit. This motherfucker ain't even melted. So we can't afford to give our people, the motherfuckers who are citizens of this country, a decent meal. But we can stock some illegals in a fucking New York hotel, give them money, and give them fucking space pack foods where at least it's sealed shut. It got apples in it and all types of stuff, beef stew and chicken. And we can't give none of that to the shelters, though, to our people. But we can give it to people that see. The whole thing is twisted. I'm saying that just on just a righteous tip, like yo, the whole game is twisted. But these some twisted motherfuckers. Y'all seen the Jew tunnel? Now think about it. New York got some fucking wild small hats. They got the wildest ones. It's like you got the tunnel. You got the dude that just got popped last year in New York with the fucking selling organs and shit, body parts. You got all the way back in the 90s with the Jew rabbi that gave the newborns fucking syphilis and gonorrhea due to sucking the blood out the fucking whatever they breast blood and shit. Like, bruh, this motherfuckers is wild. Wildest motherfucking small hats out there, like, period. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood too. Don't get confused. But I'm just saying, yo. And you know New York is where all that music industry shit started. So I say that to say this. Even the pale face, the one that, you know, we argue with the most, even he don't fuck with the small hat like that. He separated himself. Like, think about it. This is a Christian nation. Okay, but they let the small hat run all the businesses and shit. But hold up. They don't like him. But why didn't they convert to Hebrew? Why not? Why they stop with Christ? Why didn't they just go all the way? Because they even knew. Like, that's what I'm saying. They even know. In truth, they represent Israel. They do all that shit because it's a big ass fucking like spell on the world. You know what I'm saying? They can't take it back. They've been pitted out there. This mystical land of Israel. Okay, they created that motherfucker in the 40s. It never existed. It never existed. The Palestinians are not originally from that land. That's the Canaanites. That's the Canaan. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Canaan's not real. Nigga, then fucking Sumerians. It wasn't no fucking pale faces, and it wasn't no fucking mixed breeds neither. Because see, a Palestinian is really like a Persian and an Arab, so it's like they're mad mixed. Like it's not just pure African and pure. No, bro, no, that's a hodgepodge. That's why none of them Muslim nations fuck with them. They all see them suffering. The Saudis see them suffering. You talking about the Turks see them suffering? Ain't none of them making a move. Everybody like shit. Fuck them niggas. We told them stop going way out there. Like the motherfuckers went way down there and stayed there for a long time to the point to where they felt it was their land. And then these niggas played the story out. I don't know, some big Gestapo deal. That's why they had to knock off Hitler. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like they say Hitler was a threat to the world, but at the same time, I don't know what the world would have been if he lived. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I really don't. I think Stalin was more of a problem. But it's like, I don't know what the world would have been. Because say he'd have kept that shit over there. Say he would have. Nigga, he was cleaning his own house, motherfucker. All that shit happened in Germany. And all that shit was on the east. I'm not gonna front. They make it sound grand because this is the pale face, but it's like, bruh, if y'all fail, could I really be like upset? Like that's why I be talking about premonition. It's like a real deadly, dangerous thing is gonna take place, but it's like, bruh, who is it deadly and dangerous for? I'm not ruling right now. So if the ruler get knocked the fuck off, nigga, who's really gonna be upset, motherfucker? I don't know. I don't know. The power force ain't there because, you know, history happened the way it happened. I was just making a point. But all these motherfuckers that is running the board, ain't none of them talking about this. Ain't none of them set us straight and let us know, yeah, there was white slaves that was shipped over here. There was black slave masters. Motherfuckers acting like sweet Polly cornbread is something that black men ain't been had for centuries. Like motherfuckers, the Moors been had everybody. So all that shit they done been messed with. And as far as y'all coming over here, y'all couldn't wait to marry fucking Indians. Y'all couldn't wait to marry motherfuckers so you could steal the fucking tribe. So I don't want to hear none of that racist shit about you don't like people and they smell and shut the fuck up. You couldn't wait to get acquainted. Couldn't wait to kick it. I'm sick of that fucking Thanksgiving story too. Y'all gonna stop giving my motherfucking food to these funky ass losers. The fuck out of here. This nigga got off the boat with seawater and biscuits. Not a turkey in sight. Nothing. Motherfucker's barely alive. It's like, no. I had to give him a corn crop so he could eat. Motherfucker had no fucking food. He just got here. He don't know what the fuck to do on his land. He's never been here. Bogus. Oh, they killed the Indians. Shut the fuck up. The Thanksgiving is a peace treaty. We've already killed each other. What are you talking about? We're the first ones to knock heads off. They wasn't killing us first. No, we was murking them first. You better read up on Metacomet, King Philip. You better read up on them King Philip wars. Shit. Nigga, we was knocking heads off. If it wasn't for them busters in New York, them fucking Mohawk Indians, if they'd have rolled out, we might have did something. But don't even trip, though, because they fruitcake ass ended up selling Manhattan for $24. So it's like, I can see why they wasn't linking up with us. These niggas are retarded. They don't even see what the fuck. I digress. Ain't nobody talking about this. 1600, white dude comes through Plymouth Rock, but hold up. In the 17 and 1800s, they shipped 300,000 white slaves over here. But the paperwork said in the end of all ends, you know, these Americans hooting and tooting and running their mouth so much about being African, only 307,000 came up here, and we don't even know if they was African. They'd be white people. The real RBGs should be in Brazil somewhere. Like that's real shit. When it comes to Malcolm X and Tupac and all the niggas should be in Brazil. The niggas should be down here because nigga, that's where it's at, motherfucker. It's 3 million of these motherfuckers came right there. Then the other Caribbeans and Jamaica and all that. That's where the Africans is at. That's where they at. The Cubans. Oh shit. Hold on. Cubans, all that shit. I thought I had dumped off the whole tape, but no. Cubans, all that. They got autos. They got the big weight. You know what I'm saying? They the ones with all the motherfucking cargo, my nigga, when it comes to this African thing. When it comes to this African thing, and y'all be trying to, they hung us, let's just see, it's starting to look like an act, my nigga. I'm not saying that people didn't really get killed, but at the same time, for y'all not to know nothing about Reconstruction and Opelousas Massacre and how you was riding with the Republicans and they was riding with you and then they murked them all off. And then here come these Dixiecrats and these scallywags. So y'all need to read up on scallywags and carpetbaggers. But here come these motherfuckers. And then in Reconstruction, they just fucked it all off. It's like they at the end of it all, they just ended up taking all of our patents and all our inventions. That's why we don't know about our 50,000 patents. We should have been known that we made the modern bed. We should have been known that. And I'm talking about them grand motherfucking beds. You remember the joint with the 4 fucking cylinders, basically, and the fucking overall with the things hanging out, all that shit, bro. We made all that shit. Oakwood, all grand formal shit. That's us. Now, how you coming with grand shit like that, and you gonna say we some inferior people? What are you talking about? Everybody knows them old beds was beautiful. Them old American beds are beautiful, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're just artful. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the oak cut, the real fucking wood, that shit that's just seasoned. You know what I'm saying? It's your grandma type shit. Your grandpa house, like, yo, this shit is balls, man. You know, and you know they always had the grandfather clock, but I'm saying that to say this. That's us. You know what I'm saying? The home security system, all that shit, they ain't talking about it. And that was in the 50s, 60s. Like, they still ain't talking about it. They're not going to give us our props because it makes everybody look embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? When you find out that it was a black man who comes up with, you know, basically the way to manage the road, the railroads, like, you know what I'm saying? The train, like, and he came up with the compressor. He came up with some lubricant too for this shit. Then from that technology, he ended up making the figure 8 design, which became the first roller coaster. So it's like, bruh, there's too much darn history that we have. We made ice cream. It's like, they motherfuckers be like, shit, I had fuck black people gonna make ice cream. We did. We do it all, player. A nigga was hot and wanted something on the go with a little flavor. You already know, right? Like, I can already imagine how a brother made that. Like, damn, it's hot. You was something sweet. You know what? Hold on. And it's funny because it's like the same person, the same group of Americans that made the ice cream made the air conditioner. So it's like, it makes sense. And then the Thermo King for the truck. Motherfuckers be like, nah, he didn't do that alone. Nah, bro. Nah, it's credited to us. It's credited to us. Frederick Patterson, nigga. I know my people, man. Americano, man. Americans, man. Not for no damn Africa. Africa ain't built shit in a long time. Motherfuckers going to great dynasties. That they ain't going down right now. What the fuck going on? Oh, there's rich people in Africa. Yeah, there's big kings out there, motherfuckers. There's Africans that never been enslaved. So when you show me Benzes and trucks and all types of shit over here, I mean, I don't know these motherfuckers. They could be the niggas who sold these motherfuckers from the first place. That's why it never made sense to trust the niggas. Yeah, I don't want no beef with you. I ain't got no problem with no continental African, but that don't mean I trust you like that. Hell nah. Y'all know you and your people dirty before, motherfucker. I ain't trying to be your people now. Shit, hell nah. But in the end, we both got ramshacked, so there's no personal beef to them. But to you boule fraternity niggas, yes, you motherfuckers lied. And as far as the hip hop goes, the last element was the rapping. Y'all done already seen what that did. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done already seen the brainwashing, spell casting that can go on with that. Yeah, rapping started out good, but nah, y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like rappers delight. Y'all like DMX and all the killer stuff. Excuse me. And then the last one they say was the ether. All right, cool. But where are you getting this ether from? If everything you being told is a lie, what you got for me can't be that valuable. So that's why, you know, the Africa Bambaataa shit was going down, and KRS never said nothing. They talking about him playing with little boys back in, you know, the essence of when they first coming out. So it's like you got Planet Rock going on, and this nigga trying to, you know, do some old funny weird shit, and it's like maybe just saying in a way, maybe that's why the 80s was so damn violent and crazy, because secretly all these kids was getting molested. So it's like, bruh, if they not gonna tell the stories, who gonna tell them? That's just facts. Like, that's facts. Even Mike Tyson got molested. Like, there's a lot of people that got molested in the 80s. It was a big fucking kid snatch up thing going on. The milk carton kids, all the horror movies. I've been explaining that shit. Freddy Krueger, child murderer. Jason Voorhees, child murderer. Michael Myers, child murderer. All of them out killing kids. It's like, bro, this shit was bugged out in the 80s, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was weird shit. Pizza stories with the Chuck E. Cheese and the Showtime biz. And, bro, there was situations going on, man. You know what I'm saying? There was just weird shit going on, man. But at the end of it all, government control from hip hop is prevalent, but at the same time, this is more of a bigger story to tell. It ain't about them corrupting us with the government. Nah, fuck all that. Y'all need to realize something. How many y'all might be like really being ruled by some fucking European peasants. Might be some fucking weirdo fucking brothel bitch born babies. Like, nigga, they said they took the brothel niggas and the eunuchs. The motherfuckers who castrated and the bitches from the brothel. These is who they procreated with. So you got this sick dude castrating people, enslaving people, branding people, doing all types of sick shit. He having sex with fucking sex workers. So they making sexy reds, ugly reds. They making lottos. They making fucking just ratchet motherfuckers. It's like, think about it. So when y'all talk about corrupt America and the old evil white dude, it's like, nigga, maybe that's why. You know what I'm saying? He probably had to bleed that shit out. You know, I wouldn't try to put that on today and be like, yeah, you still a sick bastard. The blood still runs in you, you fucking vampire. No, I ain't gonna do it. But what I can say is that's real and that's deep. It's like they admit that they took prostitutes and they took eunuchs. Like, that's on game. It's like maybe people don't want to touch that truth. And maybe that's why they hide white cargo and they don't talk about that shit and people say it's fake. But now it makes sense. If y'all talking about these redneck hillbilly motherfuckers that was just on some weird dumb shit, well, now you understand why. You got brothel babies. This bitch is a known slut. Like, she got no soul. She's soulless. Okay, so those are the eggs you got to make with. All right, then you got this sick motherfucker. He out there skinning people alive, raping people, you know what I'm saying? People like General Lee, General Custer, you know what I'm saying? All these type of sick motherfuckers is like, these motherfuckers making offspring. So now you got them deliverance stories and all types of other crazy shit. It's like DNA, man. I've been wanting to put that video out because that's back then. Today is black people. I've been saying some of y'all motherfuckers should never be able to make children, and some of y'all should not be having sex with each other. Period. It's like you're just too unresponsible, too ignorant. But that's for another video. Only 307,000 slaves came to the corporation, United States of America. Only people that should be screaming black power and true slavery is, like I said, South Americans. Those are your true black people from Africa because they got the most of them. We don't know if you got 300,000 African, like dark-skinned black people. We don't know because white cargoes shipped 300,000 white slaves over here from the 1700s to the 1800s. So who's to say that they're not lying on this ad? Who's to say that, or my bad, not saying that they're lying, but who's to say where's the time date for when the slaves arrived in the corporation? Because they're saying from 1514 to 1866. Okay, the white cargo is from the 1700s to the 1800s. Okay, cool. That's at the end. The 1514, we already know that's the Portuguese in Brazil. So that's cool. That's also how we know that they brought those Unshun, Ungun, Hoodoo, Voodoo niggas from the Caribbean because they already had them over here. They wouldn't have to go bring Africans back up to the Carolinas when they already got them. They're coming from the South. How'd they get over here? Arctic Circle. How do we know? Because the white boy wouldn't make it on, nobody would make it on the Atlantic Ocean. Shit, they barely making it today, but it's like nobody would make it on the Atlantic Ocean with no sailboat. And at the same time, he is burning the fuck up. There's no sunshine lotion yet. So the only logical way he could have went is up north. He had to go through the Arctic Circle. That's why America owns Alaska. People don't understand and it doesn't make any sense, nigga. How the fuck did he go from the middle of this bitch to all the way over there and just claim that? Yep, that's mine. Because that's where he landed in, nigga. That's where he landed in, pimp. That's I'm trying to show you. They hold the secrets to it all. They won't let you in there. But this shit we're finding. So roll with me, man. Look up white cargo. So, don't be afraid of that truth. And also, just look at this. It's 307,000 that came to the corporation. Okay. Between the 17th and 18th century, more than 300,000 white people were shipped to America as slaves. Okay, what America are they talking about, nigga? They can't be talking about Southern America. That's impossible. There's no white people down there. There's conquistadors. These people speak English. They're from Britain. Man. The game's been over, but I'm about to throw another quarterback in this motherfucker, man. I need y'all bumping. I need y'all rushing. It's a new year. Plus, there's so much good shit going on in my life. See, that's how I know I'm blessed. That's how I know I'm kicking the facts. I ain't worried about it because good things are happening in my motherfucking life. Real shit. Good things are happening. Good. Get up. So I ain't worried about all that bullshit. But I will say this though. This is facts, man. Y'all gotta reverse that fucking root shit. Remember, that's plagiarized shit anyway. He lost in court, stealing a white guy story. Why would he be stealing a white guy story? I don't know, because of white cargo. How would the white boy be so familiar with slavery? Even if he's playing it off as an African. You dig? Or is he Afrikaners? Till the next time, man, keep your mind focused and keep your eyes open. But also remember, this American corporation program history is a motherfucking joke. And it always was. It's doomsday, man. Education-wise. We trying to get millions, man. We trying to be on boats and yachts and all that. We ain't want no beef. Just want to expose your bitch ass. Fuck your elders. Ghost.